Hey guys, it's finally here. Breaking Bad has returned. I'm repping my Heisenberg and Empire Crystal Meth shirt from Ripped Apparel. I was so pumped. I've been counting down the days since like 70 days or something. I'm just like, I love this show. And it's back. And I am so excited. You have no idea. Now, I'm going to be reviewing each episode from episode 9 through 16. I don't know, I might go back and review the older ones maybe next summer. Maybe, I don't know, but for sure I'm reviewing these episodes. So let's start with this. Season 5, Episode 9, spoiler filled. Looking over here, let's get my notes over here. This one is called Blood Money. And first of all, the opening was fantastic. The whole episode was just out of this world amazing. And it's why Breaking Bad, I think, is the best show on television. It's this and Game of Thrones. But I think Game of Thrones is probably better episode per episode, but Breaking Bad is better in the sense that it's a lot more poetic and stuff has more meanings, and it's a lot. If you were to study one of them, I'd say Breaking Bad's probably better to study because of all the why is that person wearing that? It's because of this, bro. Game of Thrones is just awesome epicness, with also really cool characters too. Anyways, let's get into Breaking Bad. It starts off, and so we have the flash forward, which is a continuation from the flash forward of season 1 episode, or season 5 episode 1, which is where he has the beard. It's his 52nd birthday. He has the gun in the back of his trunk, and he turns out destination was his house. His house is it's gated up. It's probably got busted by Walt or Hank. That's my prediction. He walked in there. You see Heisenberg written on the wall, and it's like, oh my god, this is awesome. And he just goes, and I had a little flashback moment where he entered into his bedroom, or not his bedroom, it might have been his bedroom, I'm not exactly sure. And it's the room with the ricin. When he first walked in, it was like the near exact shot as when the two cousins that were there kill him more, when they walked in, it's like almost exact shot, and that reminded me of that. I thought it was pretty cool. And he goes and gets the ricin, so we know for sure the ricin will be used. Whether it will be to kill himself, I don't know. I'm probably going to do a prediction video of the finale this after episode 15, so I can try to be as accurate as possible. I can make one right now if you guys want me to, because I already have my own theory of what's going to happen the rest of the series. But I don't know, it's an episode for a different day. But I did kind of predict what's going to happen in this episode a little bit, so I guess that was a good. Some stuff was like, whoa, I got to be like in 4 episodes, not today, but we'll get to that. And then one of the best moments is when he walks out and his neighbor Carol is just like holding her girl. She just drops him and scared shitless, and he's like, hi. And it breaks to the awesome intro, which I love how the intro is only like 5 seconds. I mean, other intros can be really good, like a minute and a half or 2 minutes, but this one's just quick. You know what you're watching. Let's get to more stuff. It's awesome. And then you have commercials. My first time watching Breaking Bad with commercials, so that was kind of a new experience. I was watching it on Netflix, or season 5 was before I saw it before it went on Netflix, so I watched it on iTunes. Just bought the whole season. So I don't know. I'm really excited. So then I'm glad they showed Hank walking out of his room, walking out of the bathroom. He grabs the book, hides it, and is like, "We need to go." And on the way there, he fucking crashes. He's starting to have a heart attack. It's like, oh my god. Imagine if Hank had died there. Nobody would have predicted Hank dying. I can tell you that much. But he didn't. Turns out he was fine. It's probably just like a, oh my god, crazy freak out moment. And I also really like the cinematography and stuff during like how it was shot. Raleigh was having like freaking out while driving. And also, before he left, Walt said hi to Carol, and Carol's like, hi! And I thought it was a pretty cool contrast. And Hank tells Marie, don't tell Skylar what happened. Do not tell her, because he's close to, or he knows that Walter White is Heisenberg. He knows it by now. He pulls out the file, and he compares the handwriting. He's going to stay home for a little bit. He's going to just try to crack this case and bring him to justice. Then we cut to the car wash. I thought this was a really cool scene where Skylar and Walter, they're having fun, or they're having a good time. I mean, they don't really have to worry about money anymore. It's just there to waste some time, get their money legally, and be good. And he wants to buy more car washes, and I saw this was a sign that he's not necessarily done. He still wants more. He will always want more, but he's trying to have self-control and not get that urge to cook meth again. But I think it's inevitable that he's gonna do it again, because I think he will, or I think it's a 50-50 shot he does or he doesn't. If he does, I think it's just because A, can't control himself, or B, he's forced to save his family. Then Walt's business partner, I think her name was Lydia, if I remember correctly. If I forget, I forgot, because I watched the series like a couple months back, so I remember like everybody, but I remember a lot, but some like the minor characters like Lydia, I think that was her name. It's like I remember who she was and what role she played. I just forgot her name, but I'm pretty sure it's Lydia. If I'm wrong, please comment below. Lydia comes in, tries to get him back in business, like, I need you for a week at most, and you'll have a whole bunch more money. He's like, I don't need money. I'm out. Go away. And this guy's like, who is that? A former business associate who wants me to come back. Get out. And the Breaking Bad Twitter had a humorous tweet about this, and it was like, Skylar's telling her to stay off her territory. I was like, she is. That's awesome. Then we cut to Hank, who's staying home. He gets his files to look at. He's looking through it. And I thought it was cool how you kind of like you go through the show of how close he got so many times to figure out he was Walter White. I mean, he's looking at the video evidence of when him and Jesse stole the stuff to make meth by burning the door open. They see all this stuff. They see Gus. You see Mike in pictures. It was really cool. It was a good thing for like a casual Breaking Bad fan, like my mom. She's a big fan. She's only seen the series once. I mean, as have I. But she doesn't like go on the forum. She doesn't go on Reddit. She doesn't do any of that stuff and so she actually knows a lot. She just like watches the show, go, that was really good, and like waits for the next episode. So for her at least that was really helpful for like a casual Breaking Badder to know what's going on. Then we get to see a Badger, and it was like, yes. And he talks about this hilarious Star Trek script he's come up with. Oh my god, it was fucking hilarious. It was a better script than Into Darkness. Zing! Actually, it wasn't. But my only problem with Into Darkness is the last 15 minutes. Besides that, I think it's like a near perfect movie. Jesse leaves and goes to the waiting room, and he's like, Yo! He just starts lighting up in the middle of the fucking waiting room, and it's like, he's smoking. Jesse Pinkman's smoking pot in the lobby. Send him in. And Saul just got done getting into the Saul. He's like, come in. And he just drops the 2 bags of money, $5 million. He's like, I want this to go to this family. I want this to go to Mike's granddaughter. And Saul's like, yeah, about that. He didn't want to give it to them because I don't understand why he didn't want to give it to him. Probably because it would be too. Oh, because Mike's granddaughter's money had been taken away by the feds 2 times. So he was like, are you going for a hat trick? Oh, it's pretty humorous. And then Jesse leaves, but he has the money there, and Saul calls Walt, and Walt says, leave the money there, I'll handle it, and gets up and goes to visit Jesse. They haven't talked in like a month, they said earlier. So this is like pretty crazy. Walt visits, and they talk. It's a very pivotal scene because Jesse doesn't know that Mike is dead. Walt told Jesse Mike is alive. He got away safe. Happy ending. We know that's a little shit. And he continues to lie to Jesse. He's lied to Jesse about poisoning Brock. He's lied to Jesse about killing Jane. He's lied to Jesse about killing Mike. Eventually, Jesse's gonna learn these things. I saw a quote by a cinematographer, I think it is, for Breaking Bad, who said that I've seen all 8 episodes and there's not a single loose end in the show. Which means Jesse's gonna learn about what's happening, what has happened to him, and how he's been screwed by Walt time and time again. And I cannot wait till that realization happens. Walt visits, yada. Well, and just like I think he's dead, because he's like saying his associates would be looking over her by now, and nobody is, and I need to look over his granddaughter. And Walt's like lies and is like, I did not kill her. You have to believe me or kill him. He didn't kill her, but he killed him. He's like, I did not kill him. You have to believe me. And Jesse's like, think he's still out there? Yeah, I do. So I think this is foreshadowing. I think Jesse is gonna go look for Mike, and he's gonna eventually find the dead body, and he'll know that Walt killed him. And that, I think, will happen around episode, I don't know, 12 or 13. That's when you'll find out. And then I'll have him question whether, well, did he poison Brock? Then what else did he lie to me about? And that's when I later find out he poisoned Brock and all these things. Then it cuts to them eating dinner, and I was like, Walt Jr. not eating breakfast? What is this? Walt goes to get pills in his bathroom. It's just an awesome shot they have where the camera's right behind the toilet, and he's puking, and we all see the book isn't there. The book that Gail gave him is not there. I forget what it's called. And he looks and he sees the book's gone, and he's like, goes to touch it. Oh my god, it's actually gone. He's flipping shit right now. But he's like keeping it inside. He's like, oh, okay, that's weird. Okay. And he asked Skylar if she knows where it is, and Skylar's like, no, I didn't even know we had it. Okay, I'll turn up somewhere. And then he gets up in the middle of the night and goes out and checks his car and sees there's a tracking device on his car, which we can only assume Hank put there. So, of course, he goes to his house. But before that, it cuts to a hobo, and he asks Jesse for help, and Jesse's like, yo, come back. And just gives him like a stack of money, probably $10,000 at least. And then the hobo looks at it and is like, are you serious? Like, apprehensive, like, take it. Takes it and just drives off. Then my mom said this, and I agree. It's as if he's delivering newspapers. He's just chucking the money at every doorstep. It's awesome. I love this show so much. It's just like, I would have never thought that was going to happen. It's just another thing that blows my mind every time. Then we get to the scene that everybody's going to be talking about from this episode. The ending. The ending of this episode was phenomenal as always. Hank is still in the garage investigating, and Walt drives up. He collects all the evidence, puts it in a box, and stores it away. And they talk, there's some small talk. Are you okay? Okay, if you ever need my help, just ask. Okay, thanks. And Walt's like, I'm just gonna have to ask. So I found this in the bottom of my car. This is like the same thing that we used to track down Gus a while ago when it was just 2 of us. Was this yours? And then Hank, it's just gonna go down because Hank's looking at him just angrily. Because Walt has duped him for, I think, at least 1.5 years, 2 years now. Has just duped him time and time again. And Hank's just looking at him and closes the garage. At this point, it's like, oh shit. And then Hank fucking punches him and slams him against the garage door and it's like, it was you! It was you all along! You lying sack of shit! And it's like, oh my god, this is awesome. And then Walt's like, I don't know what's come over you or what's made you think these thoughts, but don't do this. This could ruin our family. He's like, I don't give a shit about family. I mean, he's clearly shown past he doesn't really love Marie, it seems. So, he doesn't give a shit about Marie. He cares about Marie, but doesn't give a shit about Skylar. Doesn't really give a shit. You know, he likes everybody, but I guess he actually loves that whole family. But to him, his job is more important than his family. So he's gonna try to bring him to justice. And then Walt reveals the cancer's back, which we all knew from episode 8, most likely, because he was growing hair back, and it's like, oh, the cancer must be back. And just like he looked and he like punched, he looked at the thing he punched, and it was like, cancer's probably back. But now it's confirmed, we know it's back for sure. And he said, I'm gonna be dead in 6 months, which would make sense, since that ending scene happens, I think, roughly 6 months from this point. I just thought of that. Whoa. Point for Dylan. And he says, I will never see this inside of a jail cell, even if you somehow convince people that I did this. And he's just referring, I'm a family man. And nobody, except for you and a select few people, know I'm a drug dealer. Okay? No one's going to think that. And then Hank says this line that's just, it was really difficult for me to understand. I had to rewind like 7 times. My dad had to go look up to like next to the speaker and had the only knew like half a sentence. And I'm like, oh, he probably says how Skylar bring the kids here. Hank's figured out why Skylar always had the kids over there for like a year or whatever, for like a whole season, because basically Walt was crazy. And then Hank asked, who are you? Like, because it's as if he's this new person. He's no longer Walter White. He's Heisenberg now. And then it just ends, and it's like, oh my, one more week. No, we only have 7 episodes left. 7 more weeks. Oh my god, I love this show so much. So now it is your turn. What do you guys think of the episode? What do you think is going to happen next? I can't wait to hear all your theories. Do you want me to do like a prediction video for each episode, or do a prediction video just for the rest of the season in general? I'll do either. I love talking about the show. I love everything about it. Yeah. So I love you all. Please comment below, like the video if you haven't already. Favorite if you think it's the best video you've ever seen in your life. For me, and get no favorites, so that's okay. So subscribe if you want to see more Breaking Bad reviews, video game walkthroughs, all that stuff. I love you all. See you guys next time, and goodbye.